Hi, I'm Pippa and welcome. Today I want to take you through some exercises, gentle movements to help heal a shoulder in the early stages of rehab or in chronic tension. I'm going to give you a variety of exercises which will build up, and you can navigate your way through that, choosing the exercises that work for you. You could do the whole thing in one go, but I would suggest choosing the exercises, one or two of the exercises that really feel good. We're going to focus on moving from the shoulder blade and breathing from the diaphragm to relax the solar plexus. The thing is, when the diaphragm is tight, your shoulders get tense. So if you're not breathing, your shoulders are going to stay tense and they won't heal so well. Also, when you're breathing freely, mentally it feels great, but you're getting loads of oxygen into your body, and that's going to speed up your healing process. And we're going to move from the shoulder blade because when movement is integrated from the shoulder blade and the muscles all around the shoulder blade are strong, then the rotator cuff area in this upper area can just not work as hard as it thinks it has to, and can actually rest and heal and start to move and strengthen as well. So we're going to work with that all together in lots of different ways. Now, to get set up, all you're going to need is a chair and a little bit of floor space. We'll be sitting on the chair and then moving on to hands and knees. So get set up and I'll see you on the chair. So sitting on your chair, can you take your knees so they're just slightly flowing away and out? Have your feet flat on the floor and ideally have your heels underneath your knees. You want to be sat at the edge of your chair so that you can sit up completely and you've got room to take your arms behind you and to move and flow just as you need to. So we're going to start off with moving the diaphragm. Diaphragm is here. I'm just going to do a very simple exercise to free it up. Can you take a breath in and arc your spine? So I'm pushing down through the hips, coming through and up to here. As I breathe out, I'm going to gently roll the pelvis back and come back down into this movement like that. So you're going to breathe in through your nose, coming forward and up. Feel the ribs flare out, all of this area expanding. And as you breathe out through soft lips, melting back. Twice more. If it helps, bring your hands to the diaphragm. That's great. We're going to do exactly the same movement, but reverse the breathing. So this time you'll feel more stretch around the back of your diaphragm. So breathe in and just round your back. Exhale and growing up through your spine. Breathe in. For this next diaphragmatic release, for this bit, I'm going to stand up. It's a bit more relaxing. So say this is my injured arm. I'm going to support it. I'm going to cradle it. This hand can just sit around my rib cage. I'm not shoving it up. I'm just giving it a little bit of comforting support. And all I'm going to do is move my ribs from side to side like that. As I do this, I'm going to breathe in and out normally through my nose. But as I breathe out, I'm going to consciously drop my shoulders. And as I breathe in, I'm feeling the breath move around my rib cage, where my hand is here, and across here where this is all connected there. You can feel that level. You want to breathe down into the bottom of your lungs. So you need to relax to do that. And your knees are bending as well. Just let everything give. And you turn as much as your body allows you, going into maybe a little bit of tension in the middle back, over and over like this, all gradually. Free up your spine. It'll help your diaphragm. Good. Okay, we can sit down again. So we're going to now bring the hand up to the shoulder and put the middle finger, this one, into the soft dent you've got here between the shoulder and between the rib cage. You can just wiggle it in a little bit to make contact, and then you relax your hand so you've got a flow of life force coming round. And we're going to do an exercise from this position. We're going to do a movement now, just with the shoulder blade and the shoulder. You're going to pretend you don't have an arm at all. Elbow is going to stay tucked in, but the shoulder blade is going to move. So I'll show you like this. First of all, the shoulder blade moves forward and the shoulder moves forward, if your shoulder lets you. And then forward it comes. And then I'm going to bring the shoulder up. So I'm contracting these muscles here. And then I'm going to squeeze that shoulder back, and then I'm going to squeeze the shoulder down, and then I'm coming back to neutral. Now, any of those movements may have been painful for you, so the idea is to actually navigate round your edge of pain. So that could be very free in one direction, but another direction really limited. So when you come to that painful bit, instead of trying to pull away from it or push into it, go along the edge, move along it, breathing. So you're going to keep breathing and you're going to explore this range of movement. Breathe, just keep breathing in and out through your nose, and if you get to pain, take a deeper breath. Really let your jaw go, let all the shoulder, everything soften as you pass by that pain. And then let the arm come back. And I closed my eyes while I was doing that so I could feel it more, to really focus, because when your eyes are open, it's great, you get that orientation in space, but sometimes you lose a little bit of that connection into the shoulder joint. So for any of these movements, once you kind of feel you know roughly what you're doing and you just listen to my voice, close your eyes and tune into your shoulder or wherever you feel the pain. So this next movement is a bigger movement. You're actually able to move your elbow. We're going to come back to this one, and we're going to move the torso as well. So we've got freedom of movement in the whole body. So you could start off just by, with a finger there, just making some circular movements. You could turn, move around, just feel all the movements coming from here, from your torso, your hips, and then just drop your shoulders. So what we're going to do is lean forward onto your forearm and start off with a draping forward movement. Now as you come forward, you may just get to here, or you may get way over there. So sometimes downwards feels good. And dangling it, just dangling it out, so you're making some space. And that might be enough, but you might be able to lift it and lift yourself a little bit and come back at this level and feel how that is. Then, how is it going back? Breathing. Explore back into that shoulder blade action. Will your arm go maybe just to there? So you just breathe in deeply. And out through soft lips. So you keep doing this journey forward and round at any height or any level, or forward and out and in. Be creative, which is why once you feel that you have confidence to do so, close your eyes and follow your body. So I'm going to follow mine and talk and breathe. So lean forward, relax your breathing. See how it is to let the elbow drop. Breathe in, exhale, and feel from the shoulder blade through into the elbow. And take your shoulder blade and your elbow for a walk. And a breathe, breathing into it. And when you're ready, close your eyes and listen into the armpit, the shoulder blade. Let your elbow follow your shoulder blade. Breathe. And don't feel like you have to do the same journey each time. You can reach out in different directions. You can twist more from your ribs. Breathing into different positions. And I'm breathing in and out through the nose. Use Ujjayi if you're comfortable and familiar with Ujjayi. Don't worry if you're not. It's not that important. The breathing is important. Just in and out through your nose. And painful bits, breathe with like a sigh. Just sigh out through your lips. And don't worry about technique, breathing right. Just breathe out. Relax. Think of that natural sigh that you would make. A sigh of relief. Keep your feet well rooted. Keep the breath down in your belly and ribs. And enjoy the process. Feel, you can always have a hand supporting you there. Just feel the feet every now and again pressing against the floor. Feel that connection to the ground. And maybe come back to center now and let your arm go. You can stop the video and do a little bit on the other side so that you feel more balanced, because it's very one-sided and this other side always needs a bit of attention. We're going to move on to doing some exercises which directly use the muscles in the shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades and underneath the shoulder blades. And these are the muscles that are crucial for supporting your shoulder. So if it's possible for you to do these movements, then you do them. And if it's not possible, stick with your explorations until these muscles have picked up and starting to fire again in a more healthy, happy way. And then you can do this. So if you bring your palms together in front of you like that, you could bring the elbows in as well. And we're going to just breathe in and take the elbows out like you're saying, hands up and bare back, palms forward like that. And then bring the hands in. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, feel like you're expanding a bubble of air and then squeezing a bubble of air. And then take the arms back out again and just let the arms fall like that, and then come back up again. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. And back down to the hips. So then, if your arms still have got a little bit more life in them, to do a bit more, we're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades back into each other without bothering with moving the arms. And then hold it there, breathe. And then I want you to very slowly release those muscles. So you have to concentrate on that controlled release between your shoulder blades. And that's going to help you locate them. Because when we come to do the hands on the hands and knees, finding and recruiting those shoulder muscles can be a little tricky. So let's try that once more. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Feel those muscles working together. It looks like this. I'm going to slowly as you can bear, very slowly, dropping your shoulders, let your jaw go, breathing, just breathing. Let those shoulders come back to neutral by releasing those upper back muscles. Great. Now there's just one more of these before we go into hands and knees, and it is better done standing up. So if you could just move yourself to standing. Okay, so stand with your feet parallel so you have that stability. And start with that squeeze again between your shoulder blades. Feel the movement in, and then take the hands and interlace them like this. Your hands are interlaced, but they're not wrists together like that, and you're not locking. You're keeping the elbows nice and soft. So first of all, we're going to recruit between the shoulder blades. So squeezing just the shoulder blades behind you, back, and your hands are there on your sacrum, elbows are bent. And then if you go down with the shoulders, just a little bit, it's not a big movement, and breathe. Feel that muscular activity, and just like the last one, feel it, and then we're going to slowly release it. And it's as slowly as you can bear, really. So I'm beginning to release now. It's like creaking open, feeling your back begin to soften and spread again, and you can just let the arms fall. We'll do that once more. So squeeze your shoulder blades into each other. Feel that nice squeezy feeling. Interlace your hands. Draw down. Breathe. And this is what it looks like from the side. So it's almost like a backward bend, but I'm not backward bending. I'm just moving between the shoulder blades. So now slowly releasing, melting, shoulders, muscles. The back starts to open and spread. And then the hands, last of all, can release. So that slow release is going to help you, again, find these muscles down here, which we will use in our next exercise, which is on hands and knees. So if you'd like to find a bit of space and come down onto the floor. So when we do this, you don't need to feel you have to exactly as I do. Move, breathe, and feel. Come onto hands and knees. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. You're going to lengthen out the back of your neck. Imagine there's a cord going out through your crown. And ease the shoulders back a little. Easy to lock the elbows, and if you do that you get strong upper arms, but your shoulders lock. So what we're going to do is try and bend the elbows and tuck the elbows in, so if you were to bend them they'd come to the floor like that. So the elbow points are pointing back to the upper thighs. That immediately engages your shoulder muscles around the shoulder blades, your upper back muscles. So we're going to go up between the shoulder blades, slide the shoulder blades towards the floor, straighten your arms, let the spine come up. Then sink the spine and think of squeezing the shoulder blades together. Elbows bend. Breathe in, elbows straighten. Arching there, breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe in through your nose as you arch up, and you could breathe out with your teeth together, going just to help lengthen your exhalation and focus the power of it. So you're spreading the shoulder blades as you arc up, and you're squeezing them together as the spine sinks between them. Breathing in and breathing out. And now we're going to do a slightly different movement. It's just a bigger arc. And you kind of come back a little bit. So you're filling back into the upper middle back. And as you come down, bend your elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together and back to your hips. Breathing in, filling your whole back. Breathing out, bend your elbows, squeeze them in, squeeze the shoulder blades in together and back to your hips. This is harder work, but just explore it, see what you can do. Keep breathing, keep moving, keep feeling. Keep that breath. Oh, and now time to move back into child's pose. Now, if your hips go to your heels, then you can take the arms back. You could try this position. Hands on the floor, see if your shoulders like that, or maybe the hands under your brow. Another variation is to place your brow in your palm. Can be delicious to do that. And if neither of those things work, then be on your elbows and put your head on a block. Knees, you need to keep them happy. If they're not happy, bring your hips up, dangle down like this, and breathe. Let your head go, let your jaw go. If your shoulders can cope with it, this is a good one for the knees. And then you could bring your hips back if they're comfortable there and try with the arms right wrapped around the body in the classic child's pose. And breathe into your belly. Whatever pose you found, whatever resting place you found, breathe into your belly. Feel the breath moving against your thighs or into your back. Drop your head, drop your jaw, and let your nervous system steady, calm down. And then you could come up, breathe as you come up, and you just need to gently move into a comfortable seated pose for a moment. Sit upright and bring your palms over your heart. Just feel the sense there. Drop one hand to your belly and that hand joining it down there in the belly, grounding yourself. So you finished your practice. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed the session today, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And look out for my next video, which will be a general yoga session for support of the shoulders. So until then, bye for now.